Alright, so now I was going to do my SmackDown review last night on Friday, but I was very tired and I had to get up very early today, so I apologize for not getting it out yesterday, but I'm doing it today on Saturday. I hope you guys are having a good Saturday. And now for this SmackDown review, it's in my hometown of Seattle, Washington. And I was thinking about going to this SmackDown wrestling event, but when I was looking on WWE.com, I did not really see many main eventers. Like, I did not see Chris Jericho or Randy Orton or Triple H or people like that, really. So I wasn't really too interested in going. Plus, it was like $30, $50 a ticket, so I didn't really want to spend the money on it. And transportation was just kind of a bitch to get there, so I just decided not to go. But overall, I thought that SmackDown was pretty good this week. And like I said, usually I don't watch SmackDown, but since it was in my hometown last night, I was like, sure, I'll watch it, see on what I missed out on. So to start off SmackDown this week, we had The Miz TV with The Miz interviewing Roman Reigns, and The Miz kept on interrupting Roman Reigns, so Roman Reigns punched The Miz in the face, or punched The Miz in the Moneymaker in the face from his seat. Like, they were sitting down and then Roman Reigns just punched him in the face because they were sitting close to each other, which knocked The Miz out of the ring. And then Roman Reigns cuts a promo on his match with Randy Orton at SummerSlam, and it was pretty decent. And I don't know if you got... And in my SummerSlam predictions, I think I predicted that Roman Reigns would win at SummerSlam. I'm now starting to edge towards Randy Orton because Roman Reigns has been looking good towards SummerSlam, so usually whenever a babyface is on top in the day in Raw or SmackDown before a pay-per-view, then that means they're going to lose. But who knows? Maybe Roman Reigns will win at SummerSlam. But all in all, it was a pretty decent start to SmackDown. Then we had Cesaro versus Dean Ambrose, and Dean Ambrose won. It was a very good match. I think it was match of the night to start off the show. It was a good match to start off the show, and it was match of the night, in my opinion. And then after the match, Seth Rollins comes out and cuts a promo on Dean Ambrose to build up their match for SummerSlam. All in all, good match and good promo for the first match of SmackDown. And this was actually one match I did wish I could have saw on SmackDown. It was I wish I could have saw this one. And then next up we had Dolph Ziggler versus Titus O'Neil with Heath Slater by Titus O'Neil's side. Dolph Ziggler won. Nothing really too special there. Then we had Mark Henry versus Luke Harper with Eric Rowan, and Mark Henry had the Big Show with him. So you know this is probably going to turn into a tag team match, and that's exactly what happened. Mark Henry won by disqualification after Eric Rowan gets involved and gets the disqualification. So then it turned into the Big Show and Mark Henry versus Eric Rowan and Luke Harper, the Wyatt family. And Mark Henry and the Big Show won, which I was kind of surprised by. I thought that the Wyatt family should have won in this match, but it was still a very good tag team match. And I, for one, would not mind seeing the Big Show and Mark Henry tag team more often. I think they're a pretty good tag team. I mean, hell, they could even be in the championship hunt. For all I care, but good tag team match, another match that I wish I could have saw. Then we had AJ versus Eva Marie in a rematch from Raw, and Eva Marie wins again by countout. AJ was busy beating up Paige on the outside, and then she got counted out, and then Paige attacked AJ after the match. Did not really care for this at all. Again, it's just building towards SummerSlam. But with AJ getting counted out and getting beaten up by Paige again, you know AJ is going to win at SummerSlam. And then we had Jack Swagger versus Bo Dallas. Jack Swagger wins by submission. Did not care for this match. It was stupid. But after the match, Lana and Rusev comes out, and Lana says at SummerSlam they will dedicate their victory for Vladimir Putin of Russia. Again, this is just building towards SummerSlam. I think I see Jack Swagger winning at SummerSlam and beating Rusev, but we'll see what happens. And then for the main event, we had Roman Reigns versus The Miz. Roman Reigns wins by a distraction of Dolph Ziggler, because Dolph Ziggler came out and distracted The Miz. And then Roman Reigns was able to do his Superman punch to The Miz, because The Miz was running away. So he was able to do his Superman punch to The Miz, and then throw him back into the ring for a spear. And it was an okay match for the main event. It was an okay match, but for me, like I said, match of the night was Cesaro versus Dean Ambrose. So overall, I thought SmackDown was pretty good this week. Again, it was just building towards SummerSlam. It did a good job building up SummerSlam. There were a few decent matches. Like I said, there was Roman Reigns versus The Miz. That was a good match. Big Show and Mark Henry versus Eric Rowan and Luke Harper. That was a good match. Cesaro versus Dean Ambrose was match of the night. So a few good matches, a few decent promos. So overall, I liked SmackDown this week. Let me know what you guys think of SmackDown. And if you haven't already checked, go back and check out my SummerSlam preview and predictions. Let me know what you guys think will happen at SummerSlam. And I hope you guys like my SmackDown review, and I will see you guys for SummerSlam.